Hello, everyone. It's Kelly Page, Certified Transformational Health and Nutrition Coach from Tasting Page, doing my weekly check-in. It's Monday, and some people may have spent the past week, few days, few weeks indoors, and tensions might be running a little high right now. So I want to give you some tips on how to stay healthy and sane when you're stuck at home. So I think there's two separate things here. There's the physical state and then the mental state. Physically, a lot of you just might not be used to sharing space with people. You might not be used to just being home. So one thing I recommend is creating a schedule. You really need to have a schedule. The first few days might have been like, woo, we're on spring break, a really bad spring break, but you kind of feel like you might be on vacation or something. But now the reality is we don't know how long this is going to be. I'm sorry to say. Hopefully it's not going to be long, because hopefully everyone is following the rules and staying home and not touching other people, not touching their face. So create a schedule. Create some normalcy in your life. A schedule will just give you some nice parameters so you can continue to live your life. It might seem so foreign and strange right now, everything that's going on. So having a schedule will help you physically stay healthy, and I'll go into more reasons why, but just mentally, your brain won't go as far amok if you have a set routine that you follow. And that starts with setting an alarm. Some of you may not have been setting an alarm, and if you've been working bad hours before all of this happened, I can understand you wanting to catch up on some sleep. But set an alarm is going to help a lot of things. Getting up at the same time every day is great for your sleep. It's going to help you fall asleep better at night, and I know a lot of you are having trouble sleeping at night. So I really recommend setting an alarm, getting it up at the same time every day. Your body needs that, your mind needs that. It's now your new routine. Because you know what else? You need to eat meals at the same time every day. Your body responds best when you eat meals the exact same time. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, same time. It kind of looks forward to it. The enzymes get released. And it also helps you avoid emotional eating. I've been hearing from a lot of you, you're just eating everything in sight, and I know what it's like. I work from home, and the first time I started working from home, I was just constantly eating because you had access to everything, right? Everything's right there. And when you get stuck on something, I would always find I would wander. If I couldn't figure something out or was frustrated, I'd just wander in the kitchen and go get something to eat. So I do recommend establishing set times for your meals. That will help you graze less. I'm not saying you can't have a snack, but try not to have snacks all day long. Creating this schedule will help you avoid that, and ideally keep you in good shape so you can fight off anything that you need to help fight off. There also were a couple studies that showed irregular meal times led to cardiovascular issues as well as obesity. So for a lot of reasons, eat at a set time. What else do you want to do? You want to exercise. I know your gyms are closed. Mine are closed too. My yoga studios, Pilates, everything is closed. But most of those places are also offering online classes. So take advantage of them. A lot of them are free. A lot of them are just asking for donations, which I think it's great to give donations because those teachers are out of work right now as well. So everyone's trying to support everyone. As I mentioned, ClassPass has online classes and a database. Everyone's talking about Peloton. I haven't tried it yet. You don't have to have the Peloton bike, but they have an app free for 90 days. And you can use all of the classes, and it's a range of classes from biking to yoga to running, little headphones you can take with you. So lots of different classes in 3 months is a pretty good deal. Of course, there's YouTube. YouTube has everything. And so I've been taking an online class every morning. I've been doing yoga. I've been doing HIIT class. I did a dance class last week. I did a weight class, bar class. But the other thing I make sure to do every day is get outside. Even if it's just a short walk or just to sit and get some sun on my face, You want the outdoors, because you're going to probably go stir crazy inside your house the whole time. So get outside, make sure you keep 6 feet distance from everyone around you. But get outside, get that vitamin D. I know everyone's reaching for vitamins and supplements, and sometimes there can be a good place for them, but get them naturally where you can. And where you naturally can get vitamin D is outside in the sun. 10-20 minutes is actually fine without sunscreen, depending on where you live and your sun type, your skin type. Get that vitamin D, because you know what vitamin D is good for? The immune system. So natural vitamin D is fantastic. So try and get outside. Get a few minutes of sun on as much of your body as you can without getting rested. And the other thing I think is also super important is to eat well during this phase. Now, I know people are stocking up on all those non-perishable packaged goods. That stuff isn't necessarily the healthiest thing for you. I know you have access to it, but when I go to the grocery store, and I've been once this week, once last week, produce was fine. There's plenty of produce because everyone's freaking out and getting the shelf-stable stuff. But you really should be feeding your body fresh produce, fresh vegetables. Those are nature's vitamins. So you want to get that stuff fresh from the source whenever you can. That is more effective for fueling your body with energy and vitamins than taking a supplement. So eat as much healthy food as you can. Avoid the processed food as much as possible. The grains, refined sugar, all of those things lead to inflammation in your body. When your body gets inflamed, it can't fight off diseases. And inflammation is like the main cause of practically every disease out there, above and beyond coronavirus. So stay away from the sugars if you can. Eat the healthy food of vegetables and fruits. And then make sure you hydrate. I know that's something people aren't talking about that much. You want to drink a lot of water. That actually helps you fight off potential viruses and infections. It delivers nutrients to the cells, and it also keeps your organs doing their job. And it's as easy as drinking water. You have water. Ideally, it's filtered water or mineral water or spring water, but drink water. Keep everything moving through your body. That keeps the toxins rolling out. So you're going to eat well, you're going to hydrate, you're setting an alarm, you're exercising, you're getting out, getting a little sunshine, you're creating a routine. You had a routine before all of this. Remember, now your routine just happens to revolve around your home. So all of this is going to happen while you're at home. That's doable, right? Of course. So you're stuck at home. Have some fun. When's the last time you actually had time at home? You might be home with a loved one, a not so loved one right about now. Y'all might be sick of each other, kids, whatever. Try and have some fun. Try and dedicate some fun time, whether it's just before dinner or after dinner. Spontaneous dance parties, I'm a big fan of that. Put on some great music, karaoke, sing your hearts out. Color, so they say creation is really good and also takes your brain into a different place. You can read, play games, listen to podcasts, learn something new, have someone in the house create a theme night. Maybe every night someone creates a new theme, whatever it is you do, and then you can look forward to that. Make it as fun as you can, because really this is all we have, so let's do the best we can. So those are all the physical things that are helpful when you are stuck at home. But now I want to talk about the mental ways, how you can stay sane while you're still at home, because this is just as important, if not more important. Number 1, stay in the moment. Try not to future trip. You don't know what's going to happen in the future. Stay focused on the here, the now. You're listening to me. How are you feeling? You feeling okay? I'm telling you some nice things. It's not so bad, right? Stay in the moment. This is it. This is all we have. Going out there and projecting and guessing and what if and that, not going to help you. All we have is right now. Which brings me to my next point. Watch your thoughts. You have 60 to 80,000 thoughts per day. And right now, Where are they? Are they spiraling in Coronaville and out of control and freaking out and wondering what's going to happen? And then how do you feel when you're thinking all those thoughts? I'm going to guess not so good. So watch your thoughts. You can't control what happens out there, but you can control what happens in here. Stressing and imagining the worst case scenarios will not help you feel better. It will increase your stress, and increased stress leads to decreased immunity. So keep your stress as low as you can. Don't let your runaway thoughts run the show. Just notice your thoughts. If you're catastrophizing, just come back to the present. Focus on your breathing. Focus on what you can control. And what you can control are your thoughts. So mind them. Don't let them get away from you. One of the best ways I have found to get out of the crazy in the head is to meditate. It just puts you in a better relationship with your thoughts. It doesn't let your thoughts kind of take over the show and own you. It gives you a little space and makes you less reactive. And one way you do that is just to simply sit still or even walk mindfully and focus on your breath. You don't focus on your thoughts. And when you find yourself focusing on your thoughts, just take it back to your breath. Like, oh, I'm catastrophizing. Okay. I'm going to breathe because I'm finding that more helpful. Just watch your inhale, watch your exhale. Focus on that when you find yourself out there, when you feel tension in your body. Just send the breath there. Breathe into the tension, and then as you exhale, watch it release. I've told you about box breathing, the breathe in for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4. That can be helpful. I've really been liking the 4-7-8 approach where you breathe in for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8. Just doing that really will physically release your body, which can release some of your head. So even if you find yourself just getting caught up in it, like, oh, I'm caught and I'm going to breathe instead. Just doing that for a few seconds, and soon that's going to go to minutes, and soon you're just going to have a better reaction. It's just a way of training the brain, the mind, and body, and you're going to feel so much better when all of that gets in better sync. The other way I have found to really not spiral about everything is to have gratitude. And you might be saying, oh, I have nothing to be grateful for right now. You do have things to be grateful for right now. I'm guessing you're watching me on a computer, a phone, you have internet, Wi-Fi, you have light. Yeah, we're not in a depression here, right? Like, we're okay. We just have to stay indoors. People, please stay indoors. Please do what they're telling us to do. The faster we can all pay attention and do the right thing, the sooner we're going to be done with this. Okay, so have gratitude. Have gratitude for what you have, your family, your friends, your health, your ability to fight diseases. You can do this. Keep your mind intact. Your mind is still active, I'm guessing, but hopefully you're going to make it less reactive by focusing on your breath. So have gratitude. Don't get stuck in the negativity cycle. The news wants you to get stuck in the negativity cycle. That's how they get you coming back for more. Practice gratitude. Practice positivity. Maybe even at dinner at night with your family, everyone goes around the table and says something they're grateful for. Share it with other people. Get a text strand with friends talking about what you're grateful for. Which leads me to my next point, is connecting with others. If you're home alone, or even if you're home with people you're kind of sick of already, make sure you reach out to other people. Texting is great. That's kind of a baby step 1. I really think this is the time to pick up the phone and hear someone's voice. Video calls are even better because it almost makes you feel like you're together. I've been doing video calls for a while now with some friends. I had college friends yesterday. We all did a virtual happy hour. And then yesterday, the day before, I had a virtual dinner party with some friends. So connect with people. Get creative. I am in better touch with people now than I have ever been. And we're all saying we want to keep this together because it's been great. It's been great to support each other. And yeah, we're talking about the coronavirus, but we're not talking about it constantly. I recommend, maybe 7 minutes, some amount of time, Corona time. And then life, like, what are you doing? What are you up to? I'm going to guess you probably haven't had long, in-depth conversations with some people in your life in a while. So find some other things to talk about. I mean, we actually ended up talking about a new hairdryer yesterday, which was fun. And we made our friend go get the hairdryer and show us how much she's loving it. So try and find some lightness in all of this. Yeah, it's heavy, and yes, we're going to stay informed, but we don't need to stay so bogged down in it all that we don't feel good. So connect with others, text, phone, video. We can get through this. We can. And I really feel like the number one thing is to manage our mind in all of this, because that is running the show right now. And the last thing I want to say about how to stay healthy and sane when you're stuck indoors, make sure you establish boundaries. If you got a group that you're not used to being under the same roof with for this amount of time, now is probably a good time to establish some boundaries before the blow-ups, although I've been hearing that there are some blow-ups already. Establish boundaries. Whether you're working still from home, create an environment. Even if you don't have a door, say when you sit in that chair, you need an hour, 2 hours, whatever it is you need of unadulterated time, uninterrupted, that you need that. And even if you're not working, or either if you are, sometimes you might need some self-care time, that you need time away from everybody. And you take a bath, you take a walk, you stay 6 feet away from people. Just do that. But here's the big clincher. Don't do that in the middle of a heated moment. You guys are all freaking out and you're like, I need a moment, I need some downtime. You say it when everyone's happy, maybe in the morning. You're gonna say, hey, you know what? I'd like to establish 4 to 5 as my, I call it KP time. KP time. I'm just gonna do it. And people are like, I respect that. And it's not a reaction to something. It's really just to help keep you sane, as well as help you be a partner with everyone else who's still in the house with you. So establishing boundaries is really important. We'll keep those relationships strong long after this is over. And last, if you are really struggling with all of this, get help. Therapists are working online. I'm working virtually with people over Zoom calls or over the phone. I'm meditating with them. I'm helping them with recipes and food to eat with whatever supplies they have. We just want to keep you healthy and safe. And that does mean following the rules and not going outside and touching your face and interacting with other people. But it also means managing your mind and your thoughts and not letting them go too crazy, and making sure that you practice gratitude and be grateful for the things that you do have. You probably didn't even know to be grateful for the ability to go outside before this, okay? So there are things you can't even imagine that you take for granted right now. Be grateful, breathe, help someone out. When you're getting too much in your head, extend a hand to someone. Everyone is going through this in a different way, and people might be lashing out in ways you're not used to. And just know everyone's trying to cope the best they can. So I hope this helps. I put a link here to basically all of these ideas along with more, and includes a downloadable PDF. So if you know someone who could use some of these tips, pass it on. And everybody, let's stay safe and healthy. Bye.